Welcome to the Redvee TV show, supported by Chapel House for the 2023 season. And we've waited a couple of days because we wanted to do both together. Kevin, it's going to be the 2024 home and away kit reveals. Well, it's not the reveals because everybody's already seen them. But Judgment Day.
Yes.
And I think it's fair to say, before we start this, there's no one size fits all.
No.
As anyone who's ever tried an O'Neill's clothing size on will attest to. Some will love it, some will hate it, some will go meh, some will go, I'm not really that fussed because we'll only wear the kit about 10 times anyway.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. I think, I was speaking to someone who watches us the other day, and they asked me my opinion on the home shirt. And as I said to him, it's not going to affect my life too much. What we kind of playing, I'm not going to let it kind of make me go one way or another. I've got opinions on them, and because we do this, I'll give them. But usually, I would just probably keep quiet and just go. It's just another shirt, isn't it?
Yeah. Right then, we will get to it in a minute.
Slick back at it.
Oh, it's the off season, Kev. Everyone wants to look at you a little bit more. There you go.
See, that looks good. People have just waited for that bit of quality that you've spent the time doing that graphic.
Absolutely. See, I'm making some effort. Right. First off then, Kev, we have the home jersey launched at the weekend. Now, I'm not entirely sure what people expect in a Saints jersey. The club centres itself around the Redvee. We are called redvee.net. What more do people want than a kit with a Redvee on it on a white shirt?
Well, I think there's only so much you can do, I think, with a red V like that. If you're keeping it as a bold red V and not kind of bringing some pattern where it fades out or it's is made up of like little squares or dots or whatever. It's always going to be thin V, medium V, or thick V. It's always going to be shallow V, halfway V, or deep V. It's going to start at different points on the shirt. Some people want it started on the shoulders. It'll start by the sleeves. You've had one that's gone across pretty much the stomach in the past. If we are keeping the identity, then it's always just going to be much of a muchness. Now, I know I've read on social media some people saying, oh, it looks exactly the same as last year. And to them people, I'd like to point them towards my personal social media because I've got some magic beans to sell you.
I do love the write-ups on these kits, Kevin. This kit has brand new features. Room for your second head. To give it a sharper, modern look and a more comfortable fit. That means it might size better. It's got a watermark shard design. And it's got it's striking this, Kevin, a brand new elasticated knitted crossover collar in red with a white stripe running through it. And the cuffs are also elasticated, giving greater wear of comfort, unless you've got bingo wings like us.
Is my head going to fit through that collar?
And then it just clings. Narrow red lines form under the arms, angling down to the lower hem at the front and back, forming another slimline V. There you go, Kev. We've made it. 2 stone lost.
Yes, that'll do.
And we've also gone with a woven club crest rather than a sublimated one. Easy for you to say. And obviously the collar has the Ex Terra Lucem saying in again. If that's the word. It's probably not. I like the collar.
Motto, I think you're after.
The motto, there you go. I like the collar. I haven't seen it in the shop yet, and people who've bought it already may be able to point this out. I'm hoping it fits a little bit more, dare I say, like a football shirt.
Yes.
And I was saying this to you before because I obviously support Everton. I've got the Everton kits. I can wear a club jersey under a hoodie on a daily basis if I want to and get my wear out of it. I always find it more of a struggle to wear and get me wear out of a rugby jersey just because of the heavier fit of it usually.
Yeah, fair enough. I think there's the balance between getting the quality right. And I think if you look through social media, I don't think it's going to be lost on either O'Neill's or the club that people do kind of have their own opinions on the quality. And you see people, as you said before, one size doesn't fit all. Some people like O'Neill's, some people don't. It's just the way the world, isn't it? Some people like us, some people don't like us. It doesn't matter, does it? But
Easy
yeah,
for you to say, Kev, when I'm crying into my pillow.
That sounds a bit wrong. But yeah, with the collar and the new elasticated cuffs, hopefully it is a little bit. I don't know. I don't want it fitted because it's not going to fit my body shape that well. But
well, you'll be glad to know, Kevin, it does go up to a 7XL. So hopefully you will find a size to fit.
Brings a new meaning to the phrase marquee signing when I go trying to find my size in it.
I've seen people say, oh, it looks like the collar that's on a Man United jersey. And I'm thinking, it also looks like a collar that I've seen on an Everton jersey, a Man City jersey, a Liverpool jersey over the years. There's only so many different collars you can put on a shirt. And then I see people saying how similar it is to other years. Have you seen football kits? I own every Everton home jersey in the last 20 years, and the changes on each one are very, very subtle. It's the club's like DNA. There's only so much you can do with that kit.
Yeah, and that's it. We've changed the shorts up this year, where we've gone to red shorts as opposed to white, just to make it a bit different. And that's what you've got to do. It might be subtle changes, but there are changes. I also think, and this is kind of off on a tangent, but with regards to the shorts, I know a lot of women's football Premier League teams are going away from their teams wearing white shorts. And I'd like to see Saints kind of commit to that in the future. If the women's team want that and want to move away from it like the football counterparts, it'd be good if Saints listen to that. And even if they did have to wear red or black shorts in the future, if they wanted to do that, then it'd be a good move on Saints' behalf.
Yeah, I fully agree. You could even have white. You could even have white shorts and red shorts and alternate and wear them whenever you like. You don't need to commit to a set pair of shorts here. But yeah, no, I quite like the red shorts. I think it makes us stand out a little bit more. Probably easier for the kit man to wash as well.
Yeah, probably.
When the wet weather starts.
Yeah, I think that, and sometimes when we have the white, like predominantly white jersey, white shorts and red socks, I think that's my favourite combo when it comes to it, and I have no idea why. But that probably makes the kit man's job a little bit easier as well.
Yeah. Two-tone design on the V, so it's two different colours. Probably doesn't stand out as much on the photographs as it probably will in real life. And just in case anybody wants to copy it, we do have an official product mark of O'Neill's down in the corner. One thing I am glad to see, Kev, is Willowbrook Hospice getting exposure on the junior jerseys. Obviously, Totally Wicked cannot be advertised on under-18s kits or the adult jersey when we play in France. So they have kindly donated their space over to Willowbrook Hospice, who do such tremendous work in the town, just to give them a little bit more exposure in their fundraising goals, which obviously keeps it going. I have got personal experience from my father being in there at the end of his life. It is an absolute wonderful place, and people might not understand that when you think of it as a hospice, but they do really fantastic work. I think we've got mutual friends who have been in there as well, and they can't speak highly enough. So yeah, really good to see them on the back of the jersey, and well done to Totally Wicked for doing that.
Yeah, it's a really, really good gesture, as you say. A local place that means a lot to so many in the town and from the surrounding areas. fantastic to see him on the back of the jersey. On the kid sizes.
Kit sponsors for 2024. Good to see all the big names returning. Hopefully that Gorilla Glue will help us get out of some sticky situations if we get into them. Canaxia Logistics, you see their lorries all over the northwest and the country as you drive around. Biffet, national brand. Home bargains, I want to discuss, Kev. You see quite a lot of comments complaining about the home bargains being our sponsor. They are a nationally recognised brand who are putting big money into the club, and we are lucky to have them. This is the last year of their 3-year deal. Let's hope that they've got the exposure that they need and that we can get them signed up for a lot longer.
Fingers crossed. The CEO of Home Bargains is a massive Saints fan. That's where this comes from. He's supporting the team that he supported all his life there by giving us this sponsorship, and we are very lucky to have him. On that home shirt, you wouldn't expect anything but the Home Bargains logo to be bright and proud on the front of the shirt. As you say, we're very lucky to have a very good sponsorship deal with them. And I think people need to remember that we're not a flush sport. We're not rolling in cash. And to have a national brand such as Home Bargains, as you say, we're lucky to have them. We're lucky to have someone who will put that money in and help the club when the sport's struggling, really.
Yeah, I sometimes wonder whether some of our fan base think we're living in leafy St Albans. I'm assuming it's leafy, it's just down south, rather than St Helens, because it's some of the comments almost border on snobbery. Before we get in our car or get on the bus and go there and spend our money in the Home Bargain store. Yeah.
I see. You go into Home Bargains and end up spending a lot more than you expect. I know that it's just what you do, isn't it? It's just what you do. And every town seems to have one. As you say, it's almost taken over from that place that you can just go in and get practically everything. We're lucky to have them. We're lucky to have them on board.
Right then, obviously the kit got launched at the weekend with Matt Whitley in it. Who'd have thought, Kev? Matt Whitley. People longed for his signing, wondering whether it was ever going to happen, and he's the first person to wear the kit.
Yeah, I saw on social media that somebody had said that it had all fallen through before he was announced.
Yeah.
Don't believe everything you read on Facebook.
Yes. But then don't believe everything you read on social media, because today, Kevin, we were told we were getting a blackout jersey. Now, anybody who knows anything about a blackout jersey means that it is entirely black.
Yes.
Paris Saint-Germain, AIK Athens, a Man City retro one, Borussia Dortmund. There's 4 good examples. I could provide many, many more. And
it's
then 5 o'clock comes round.
No, it's 4 good examples, but that's not AIK Athens. That's AIK Stockholm.
There you go, Kev.
It's Stockholm, but it's not Athens because they're AEK.
Good man, good point. Okay. See, don't believe everything you hear on Redvee TV either.
Yes, correct.
So they're in Stockholm. We all eagerly await the blackout jersey, and then we get this. A kit full of colour.
Yes.
My initial thoughts upon seeing it were that it is very, very safe. And I'd say it's smart, but safe.
Yeah. Judging by what I've seen on social media, and I've written a sentence down here, which I am going to say, and this is I'd written this down before I saw quite a few people's reactions on social media, that I reserve the right to completely change my mind on this. But reading all the comments, I feel like I am in a minority. The first picture I saw of this, I immediately thought, that's just a training shirt. There was nothing that stood out to me, and still almost isn't from the pictures since released. Nothing that stands out to me that follows other people saying it's one of the best jerseys we've ever had. I just don't see it. And maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just my age. Maybe it's just what I like from a kit. As you say, it's safe, it's smart, it's a nice enough kit. But I almost felt like, remember the 2021 away shirts, the blue one with the red? We beat Catalan in the grand final wearing it. Yeah. Where I saw that and was like, it's all right, it does a job. It's completely different to the home shirt, so it's going to do a job. But it's not one that I look back on with fondness. Now, as I say, I reserve the right to change my mind on it when I actually go into the club shop and see it. But first impressions, I'm sorry, Saints, they weren't as positive as I'd hoped.
Yeah. One thing you could say about it is it's wearable in more social situations because it just blends in. It's sleek enough, but I think we should be as much as I think we should be traditional with the home shirt, and you don't mess around with the Redvee too much, and that's your DNA. I almost think that the away jerseys should be a blank canvas, and you should be able to experiment and do different things with, use different colours, and with it being so safe and generic, you just wonder, do we have targets to hit? So we need to sell X amount of jerseys. And if you play safe, you will sell that many jerseys because there's nothing to dislike too much about it. But if you go for something that's really out there and bold, while you may sell 2,000 jerseys more, there's always the risk that you could sell less. And that is what stops us going too bold.
Yeah, possibly, because you see quite a few, again, we'll go back to football. I'm not bothered about doing so, whether you like football or not. You see some of the football shirts that are about there that they've used their away shirt or third shirt as an exploration of new ideas and colours, and trying something different. And it's whether we can do that. It's whether we choose to do that. It's whether we look at it and we think, nah, that's not for us. The rugby league, paying public, don't want something mad. They just want something that is relatively straightforward. I don't know. This is all for the commercial team and the merchandising team and whoever signs off on jerseys for them to answer, really. But sometimes you just think, can we do something else? You look at, say, Magic Weekend, we have explored colours and we've explored designs, and we've not always got them right. And I know some of them have been charity shirts, but they've not always been aesthetically pleasing. They're not there necessarily to be that. They're there to raise the thing of the charity that they're supporting, and they do a great job doing that. But if you get the right design and the right colours, you get a classic that transcends rugby league and goes to other sports that people will go, I want that shirt, I need that shirt, it looks so good, rather than it just being a shirt that you look at and go, yeah, it's nice enough.
Yeah, maybe my thoughts on it are that the people who are going to buy the kit will always buy the kit.
Yeah.
If you go for something that looks really nice or a bit different, you may sell more. I could be wrong, and I'm sure that the club will have data over the years about what kits have sold well and what haven't sold so well. When you see a little bit more of the closer design on this kit, it does look a bit better. It's not as plain black as you think. It's got a pixelated design, and as the club put it, a striking black and red combo, a modern and exciting colour clash that delivers a memorable design. Memorable? Will we look back on this in 20 years and go, I want to see a retro kit based on the 2024 kit? I don't think so. And equally, I would love us to tap into, and we've said this frequently, the retro market a bit more, and hark back to some of our previous kits, because the only one we ever seem to look back at is the 1985 two-tone blue away, which we'll go back to. Everything else we just ignore. This would have been, for me, a perfect kit where you could use the front of that jersey to do a pixelated pinball based on is it the 2001 away kit, which we won the cup in at Twickenham. I feel we've missed a little bit of an opportunity, but I've seen some people look at O'Neill's and say, is it laziness on O'Neill's part? I think it's what we ask for. O'Neill's produce what their brief is. And just to point that out, this is just off the O'Neill's website. A lot of their GAA kits that they provide, and some of the football kits, there is quite a large spread in design there. Yeah. So you can get different kits, and there's quite a few of those which are lovely. Some of them which you'd look at and think, not sure on that, but it's doable.
Yeah, it is. As you say, we always talk about having a look at some of the more modern heritage ones. I think the only one that I can think off the top of my head that we've gone back to was the teal and orange, that we won the grand final. But I think this is the thing again. We go back to the one size fits all thing. Doesn't matter what you think. We go back to it, and it's a nod to a grand final winning shirt. I'll always go back to another shirt you hate, the blue and green one. I don't think we'll see a remake of something or anything like that while I'm watching Saints. I don't think we'll ever go back to that, but it's a grand final winning shirt. And it is one that you could do and will be a stark contrast to a home shirt. By the way, that wording that you put up there, an exciting colour clash, red and black are not a colour clash.
Yeah. But you know what? I feel sorry for anybody who's ever got to write a blurb for any kit ever. It's like
thesaurus. Just hit thesaurus and just type a sentence in and just change all the words.
This Everton jersey harps back to the 2006 kit, which we wore at Mansfield away, and we scored in the last minute, and Tim Cahill punched the corner flag. So we've put a little flag on the bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah, it has the new wicking technology, which has been made by us pulping 1,000 plastic bottle, etc., etc. And yeah, listen, there's a lot of good technology that goes into, but a lot of it, you know full well that we're looking at it going, absolutely not. One thing I want to go back to, I don't know if you were going to do, is obviously the elephant in the room. We've just spoken about home bargains, and a lot of people are saying that design on the front, like their logo, just why couldn't it have been changed? Now, what I want to say is, again, absolutely no problem with home bargains sponsoring us. People who look down the nose, whether it be from our club, from other clubs, anything like that, I mean, it's not worth giving them the time. I've no problem if home bargains have said no to colour matching the away shirt. It looks like Canaxia have had theirs changed, so they've not got the blue box around their sponsor. I don't know if Node 4 on the sleeve looks similar, but the likes of A-Star who are round on the back will still be in bright yellow. Home bargains are still in their traditional colours. If they've said no to colour matching, they pay the money, they make the choice, and that's it. What I would have a problem with is if we could have asked them, if the contract would have allowed us to ask them if they would colour match, and we didn't. That's the problem I would have there. Not with home bargains saying no, because at the end of the day, they pay the cash. And what a good way to sponsor or show your sponsor off than being a bit more colourful on a black shirt and standing out. But if we've had the ability to ask the question and we haven't, I'd be disappointed at the club and the decisions made there, to see, even if it looked bold enough to go with an all red Home Bargains design on there, if we could have. And I always put that caveat in because we might not have been able to. In the contract, it might be Home Bargains say it goes on in blue and red, and that's what you deal with, no matter what. If you have a yellow away shirt, it's going on in blue and red. If you have a green away shirt, same. I don't know. I don't know what. It seems like we can change some. Maybe we can't change that Home Bargains one.
Yeah. One thing I do hope is that the Magic Weekend kit that we produce, go mad with it. Just go a bit wild, bit more colourful. And I'd like to see us actually launch in a lot earlier as well, and call it the third alternate kit that you're going to wear at Magic, and you could potentially wear it at some other point during the year if the opportunity arose.
Hull away?
Yeah, we could need a kit for Hull away, potentially, if they're wearing black and white. You just take that opportunity to wear that kit. One thing I'd like to see for a home kit at some point, Kevin, is something St. Helens based on this little beauty. It's a Brazilian football kit, Atletico Mineiro. Produce a home jersey like that with a map of the town on it, and you could have parts of the town with the Redvee running through it.
Yeah, I think one thing that whenever I say I want to see something with a bit of heritage or something about the town, I said it last year about the away shirt when it was the navy blue V, and there was like that design in it. And I said, what is that? Why is there not something a little bit more about it? Why is there not a bit more of a story? And I know we've had a go about the blurb that you come up with. But if that had been a stained glass window in St. Helens Town Church, it'd have had some meaning. Or if it was something that Pilkingtons had created early doors, it'd have meant something. Something like that, whether it's something round the town, whether it's a map of the town as you're showing there, whether it's, I don't know, whatever it could be, but has links with the town, and make it one that people want to get their hands on.
You could have the V running through the map, but culminating at the bottom of the V on the stadium.
That sounds very much like Burnley's third shirt last year, which was black, and it had all the routes, and the stadium was where the badge was, and they all led up to the badge. So, depending on the geography, it was like all the routes that fans took to the game. So, it literally led up to the badge.
This sounds suspiciously like one of these blurbs.
It does. It does, doesn't it?
Just before I close this picture down, that collar and cuffs look familiar, Kevin.
Yes, they look very much like a St. Helens shirt of 2024.
Right then, we've had our moan. I prefer the home to the away, but I'm more likely to buy the away if I was going to buy one.
Yeah, I think so. And as I say, I reserve the right to change my mind completely over it and say, you know what, it's a really nice shirt. But I look at it, and as I say, I'm still mindful of that 2021. And I think it's because when I think of classic shirts, and if people have watched the show that plug here of my favourite team, and you get to my favourite away shirt of all time, they'll know I like a blue and white one. Sorry to give that away for some people. But I think the 2021, what I'm going to call the Jack Welsby shirt, that's one that we potentially will go back to in time, because it's mainly blue rather than it being mainly white with a blue V. It's mainly blue. It's something that you can go back to. It's something that is a lot different to your home shirt. And I know not every kit has to be the best, and it doesn't have to always be one that you're going to look to remake 10, 20, 30 years down the line. But until I properly see this, I'm just thinking we could have possibly done a little bit more with it.
Yeah, I'm just looking. We seem to have gone into dark mode. So 2018 was the Krabbies away kit, dark. 21, 22, dark kits. It was something beautiful. What I would have liked to have seen would, if this kit was a blackout kit and was entirely black, next season's away kit would have gone with the X-Terralucent theme, Out of the Earth Comes Light, and it would have been the brightest kit you've ever seen in your entire life. It would have been like Arsenal's away kit, the neon colour, just something completely different. And you could have gone with it, like, and gone with that theme. Joined up thinking, Kevin, that's all it needs.
It is. It is.
Right, we've had a moan.
We've done it. Our inner Gokwans come out there, David, and we've given our opinion on it, and people are quite right and whatever to disagree with us.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that there is a lot on social media who do love the kit.
Yeah, I think so as well. I just see it as, from the pictures I've seen, it's all right.
Yeah, as we always say though, I'm not going to get that stressed over the kit that we're not going to be like, we're not going to have for 12 months, because in 12 months' time we'll be moving on and getting the next one.
Correct.
Oh, the kits are both out for Christmas. Oh, where's Kev gone?
Shut up, me. You mentioned Christmas too early. I'm going again.
But yeah, kits are both out for Christmas, which is a good sign. You can make your choice, or you can buy both. Season tickets members get 10% off. Definitely in November. You'll have to check on December. But yeah, there we have it.
Yes.
Right, catch you soon, Kev.
You're done now.
Yeah. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll catch you very soon for the next episode of Redvee TV.